Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm David Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next.
A quick check now, the starting five for both teams. First, for San Antonio, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with a 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the power forward position. And for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 spot.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
The 3 from LeBron can't hit, so the Spurs will take it the other way. It's Parker with the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against him. It almost seemed Clark to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting, when I think of momentum in the playoffs,
it's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
It is probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked in what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know, some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosh. And that one is hammered home. There is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Duncan outside. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He was head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs. Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Norris Cole is checked in for Mario Chalmers. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And that one's good.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a do-it-all type of player. I mean, defense, rebounding. His role on the Spurs hasn't been that of a big-time scorer. But he is efficient scoring the basketball. He's just the kind of player that helps you win games at a high level.
A nice shot by LeBron.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Parker outside. This is Leonard. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. And for the Spurs, a team with plenty of scoring. You know, did Kawhi Leonard, I'll circle him here, could become a big-time scorer in the NBA?
I don't know, because it's a much different deal to play off of other people or being the center of attention yourself. And right now, Leonard is in a terrific position playing off of Parker and Duncan and Ginobili.
Parker passes to Duncan. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense off.
And Wade slams it in.
basement with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road. But last year, they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
And Cole kicks to Wade. His 3 pointers off the mark. Spurs trail by 6. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Now, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. Of course, the conversation geared to the challenge of defending LeBron James. And he said, there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him. And if he gets in close, you'll have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bellinelli in for Daniel Green. Allen's shot is off. And for the Spurs on the road last season, they